with tip-off.
Well, the Brooklyn Nets returned to relevance last season.
Really making the most of not having much to work with. Thank you, D.A. Here's what the Timberwolves have lined up on their schedule. On Friday, they're off to Charlotte to face off with the Hornets. Then on Sunday, they'll face off against Jimmy Butler and the Miami Heat.
And, you know, nobody loves playing on the road, but it does offer a good chance.
On opening night, Clark, both teams would love to start off, obviously, on a winning note.
Without question. I mean, setting that winning tone, gaining that confidence that comes from winning, and they all count. Wins today are just as important as wins that you get in March and April.
Now, here's Napier. Pass to Towns. Here's Layman. Got a piece of it. Jang the pass to Layman. Towns trying to get open. Layman gets the bucket.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
And another turnover here by Brooklyn.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Timberwolves leading by 8. Passes to Okogie. Pass to Jang. Shot from the wing. And it's off the back rim. No good.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it, Greg. They're tearing it up on the glass.
Here's Towns, and the dunk by Towns.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
And the foul called on Shea. That is his first foul of the game. The Timberwolves have gone 5 of 11 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. And so in the game for the Timberwolves, Riggins and Covington fill the wings. Vonleh and Towns, the duo inside. And it's Teague in a point. Vonleh falls through. He's now made 2 of 4. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now.
And a great front office in Brooklyn. General Manager Sean Marks taking over in 2016, and he just signed an extension.
And you know, guys, that San Antonio tree has some great branches on it all over the league, and he's one of them. I mean, he's been a player, a coach, has worked in the front office. Marks understands all sides of the basketball business.
And I'll tell you who I feel for. The Wolves fans. One playoff appearance in the last 15 years.
Yeah, and you know, they've had some exciting talent in Minnesota, guys, but they've done very little winning with that talent. I think the good news, though, when you want to spin it positively, they still have that talent, and a lot of the talent is young.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Kenny Atkinson, who's a native of Long Island, now has his dream job, coaching the Brooklyn Nets. He doesn't need praise or recognition. Instead, he's fueled by the fear of failure. He says, I always feel like I'm one banana peel away from never being in the NBA again. And Kevin, he's got his team playing with that same determination.
David, he sure does. Thank you very much.
We remember from Chase college days that he's not afraid to take a stand, even if it creates controversy. He'll state his opinion, but he doesn't humble guy.
And Shea, the rookie for this team, you know, Greg, he's a little bit of a rarity in the league. He stayed all 4 years in college.
And I know many people were shocked to see Shea stay all 4 years as his stock dropped and dropped every year. But a lot of questions were asked about why he chose to stay, but he's trying to put that all behind him and make the most of the fact that he's here now.
.112 left to play here in the second quarter.
Just doesn't seem to have it here in the second quarter.
No good on the quick three.
You know, he hasn't contributed well scoring the ball, but obviously his teammates have.
and the young Timberwolves head coach Ryan Saunders, son of former Minnesota coach Flip Saunders, about as great of a pedigree you could ask for as a young coach.
Well, guys, you've heard me talk about the DNA when it relates to players. It's the same with coaches. I mean, Ryan has grown up seeing his dad coach at a high level, the late Flip Saunders, one of our favorites in the business. He spent his whole life around basketball, so he has a great way with players and a real good understanding of the game, to a modern-day approach for a young coach.
Irving against Teague. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. And last year, a tough one for Jeff Teague. Just couldn't put together his normal level of play.
You know, Teague missed some games with injury, but his shot just wasn't consistent. His passing and playmaking were as strong as ever, but you just couldn't rely on him to score.
Well, you look at Jeff Teague, and his game does not have a lot of flash, but his handles, those are rush hour caliber. This guy has that ball on the string, folks.
The drive by Che. And that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%. And this is the first action we've seen from Che so far. The team has really brought him along slowly.
And make no mistake, they want to see how ready he is for extended action with this appearance. You'll want to make the most of this opportunity.
Teague can't hit.
Boy, this is bad. Tough to watch. I mean, this is really bad. He's stone cold this quarter. Man.
He has gotten into a great rhythm here in this quarter, playing with just bundles of confidence.
There's the pass to Towns. And that one is off. It's been all about Che for the Brooklyn Nets. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. You look at Andrew Wiggins in this game. Out there on the floor for the Nets. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Gorgie Dangs checked in for Noah Vonleh. Jake Layman comes in for Robert Covington. Okogie's checked in for Wiggins, and Shabazz Napier subbed in for Jeff Teague. Spencer Dinwiddie out there with Joe Harris. Then it's Che, and there's Jared Allen, and it's Chandler in at the 4 spot. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. The Timberwolves have been getting it done at the line, 10 for 12. No luck that time either. Clark, what would your dream backcourt look like? If you were going to design one, what would it look like?
Well, they'd have good size and athleticism, somewhere in that 6'3" to 6'6" range, and the ability to make plays for themselves and others, and also be very solid at the defensive end. You know, you think about some guys that would fit that bill. I look at a guy like Malcolm Brogdon, who really gives it to you in multiple ways as a backcourt player. And I like the scoring of Damian Lillard.
Agreed.
Boy, you've got to appreciate the passing there. Results in a great look.
Here's Okogie, guarded by Harris. Down low, here's Jang. Lays it up off the glass. Jang's got 8 points.
And he's showing signs now of life after going scoreless through the half.
Now here's Dinwiddie. Napier covering. Here's the floater. Shea, no good. Timberwolves leading by 4. Here's Okogie. He's guarded by Chandler. The kick out to Towns. Good on the 3-point shot. Towns has got 7 points for the quarter.
1 triple for him in the first half. Now he's hit another.
Shea outside. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And even though he was undrafted, I'm not surprised to see Che end up on an NBA team. You knew the talent was there, and Che put in the time to crack an NBA roster.
You know, Greg, I honestly was shocked that no team took a chance on Che in the second round. A lot of front offices might be wanting a do-over if Che ends up sticking with this team. And he drops it in from the low post. And the Timberwolves lead by 7.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half, sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
Boy, that's exactly the set they like to run with the ball in Che's hands. Let him quarterback the offense to a hoop.
Napier kicks to Zhang. Pass to Towns. Banked in off the glass. Towns has got 19 points.
No surprise there. I mean, realizing he has the size advantage, he exploits it perfectly.
And so it's Minnesota heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. We come back right after this. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read.
He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though.
You know, Karis LeVert had a few surgeries before entering the NBA, but took kind of a unique step in writing an open letter to NBA GMs telling them physically he'd be ready for the league. And you know what? He was right.
Minnesota calls timeout. They trail by 2. 8 seconds left in the game. And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Kevin Durant.
And a lot of his points have come from beyond the arc. And that's been big because it's opened the floor for himself and his teammates. And without his work from downtown, their offense would have really struggled.
Inside and stolen by Jordan. They foul intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point.
Had to foul and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
And you know what, Greg? Who knows? A few misses at the stripe, and they're right there within range. You know, late-game free throws are a lot different than early-game free throws in terms of making.
And so it's Brooklyn who scrapes by with the win. It was up for grabs right until the
And for me, Kevin, what stood out is just the overall trust this group has in one another when it matters most. Doing what had to be done and to send these fans home happy.
And that'll do it for the first game of the NBA season. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin.
You know what I like
thanking
about a
you
boost
for
season more
watching
than the games?
Yo, Che, get in here.
Levi?
Yeah. How's it going?
Good, man.
Take a seat. Get comfortable. Can I get you anything? Some water, coffee?
You know what?
Yo, what's up, man?
Hey, man.
All right, fellas, let's get to work. Congrats on the win, but we have a lot of work to do if we want to keep it up. Let's stay focused in practice today. We have got to find a way to create more scoring opportunities in transition. All right, let's get set up and start practice.
You got it. Come on, man. Stay out here. Whoa, huh? Yeah, let's go. Let's do it. What the fuck? Hey, you ain't got all day. That's what the ring room for.
Good job. Let's move on to the next drill.
Turn it up! Turn it up! I see you! Hey, ball, huh? Who got ball? Oh, dang!
Okay, let's move on to the next drill.
Get it started, man. Let's get it started. Hey, right there. Watching him.
Again.
Box up.
Get your head in the game.
Yeah, let's go. Let's do it.
Good work, team. Let's get one more drill in.
You got it. You got it. Come on, man. Hey, hands up. Whoa, huh?
Just like that. Keep it going.
Yeah, let's go. Let's do it. Turn it up. Turn it up.
Let's go.
Hey, hit me up.
Great practice. Now get out there and put up some more shots.
Do you practice in front of a mirror or how, like?
About 13 years ago, I started dancing. Like, if you ever been in a dance studio, there's always a big mirror. So, yeah, I mean, I used to as much as I could. Yeah.
You wake up brushing your teeth, like,
You gotta get the jaw movement, and there you go. There you go. When you on your way.
I know, I'm on my way.
In like a year from
That's a look from earlier on as the Nets head to the locker room. They're in no mood to let this game get away from them on their home floor. And the game arrival, sponsored by Express. Dress like a pro. The activity in front of the Brooklyn Museum, not too far from our setting today here at the Barclays Center.
Well, Kevin Durant said his days of trying to prove himself through basketball are done. He said, walking around with a chip on my shoulder is not my thing. I'm more relaxed in letting these days flow. I'm the best version of me. I don't need to prove who I am. I've been in it for too long. Kevin, this is a guy who is finally comfortable with himself.
All right, thanks, D.A. Short a rotation play. Nothing that they can't overcome, but it does shrink their margin for error just a bit.
And for Wilson Chandler, short a rotation player, nothing they can't overcome, but it does shrink your margin for error just a bit.
So a look at our starters for the Knicks. It's Randall and Robinson at the 4 and the 5. Elfrid Payton is out there with Barrett. And it's Morris in at small forward. And looking at the Nets, LeVert and Durant out on the perimeter. Inside, we got Prince and Jordan. And it's Irving in at the 1. And in tonight's game, pride definitely bred at stake. When you were with the Spurs, or any of the teams, talk about some of the epic conference rivalries you played in.
Well, I always go back to playing against the Phoenix Suns in the 7 seconds or less Steve Nash-led teams, along with Amari Stoudemire, and what Mike D'Antoni was introducing to the game back in 2005, 2006, which, by the way, Kevin, everybody's doing now.
Right, yeah.
But tremendous talent on the court at that time.
So for the Nets, Jared Allen's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Shea comes in for Taurean Prince. And Dinwiddie subbed in for Karis LeVert. And then for New York, Portis, who's checked in for Robinson. Gibson comes in for Randall. And it's Dennis Smith in for Payton.
That wasn't easy. Dennis Smith Jr. with a high degree of difficulty on that one.
Outside Irving. Pass to Shea. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
Well, we've now seen a steady diet of Shea the last few games. I would think that he's earned a spot in the coach's rotation. Wasn't easy for him, though.
Not at all, G.A., and that's just how it goes for rookies. Shea is no different. He'll continue to adjust. He'll learn on the fly, and we could see even more of him later in the year. Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Rodions Kurucs comes in for Kevin Durant, and Harris subbed in for Irving. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
Knox getting up there and showing the power he possesses.
Dinwiddie passes to Shea. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
So far, both teams scorching the Nets. You gotta love it.
Yeah, made for TV game here. Pace is great. Scoring is coming in bunches. And both of the teams feeling confident right now.
And the pass to Knox. Shot clock at 6. Allen with the rebound. And so Allen will bring it up for the Nets. They trail by 1. They're coming off that win against Minnesota.
And in that one, the backups came to play. Gave the team an infusion of points that just put them over the top.
Well, I talked to the assistant coaching staff. What they were stoked about is that the bench guys came in and played well. So punch off the bench, a big factor in that win.
And they now lead as the free throw drops for him. And with the signing of Durant and Irving along with DeAndre Jordan, Greg, are the Brooklyn Nets now claiming the mantle for the top team in New York?
Listen, they were already the better team a season ago. After stealing the Knicks' thunder in free agency, acquiring the superstar talent, they're poised to steal the Knicks' cultural relevance as well.
Smith for 3. Rebound, Brooklyn. This their first look at this year's New York squad.
And looking back to last season, they won this season series as you'd expect.
Well, they were obviously the superior team a year ago, but a lot can change from one season to the next in the NBA. Let's see how this game plays out before we make any rush to judgment as to how they'll fare against each other this year.
The drive by Shea to the middle. Kurucs passes to Allen, and Allen slams it in.
And they know for next time, don't let him establish position down low.
Yeah, when he's this close to the basket, it's a wrap.
To the paint, here's Portis, and the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
When Dennis Smith Jr. is dropping those kind of passes, it's going to help the offense just run a bit more smooth.
Baseline J on the way. That shot off. Great D that time from Portis. Here's Dotson. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. That one drops for him.
And I like the subtle adjustment he made to create a little space for that one.
Yeah, that's an awesome finish there for sure. Not allowing that big guy to have his way or alter the shot.
And they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
And it's Allen with the jam.
Yeah, something about it, the game feels like it's slowing down out there for Che, who's seeing the whole court.
Here's Smith. It's good. It's his second basket. He's shooting 2 for 4.
I love the advantage he has from a speed standpoint. Does a great job of creating separation for that shot.
That shot is off. So New York will take it the other way.
This is a rough stretch right here for him offensively. Seems to be rushing shots.
New York trailing. And there's a minute 45 left to play in the first quarter. Knox misses.
We'll have a hard time shaking that one off. Perfect position, plenty of space. Just clanked it.
And Che gets it to go.
Well, Che got onto the floor for the first time last game. Coach clearly liked what he saw, enough to send Che out here for another go. Can't argue with him the way Che has played.
Nope, not at all. With the way Che came in and immediately able to leave his mark on the game, it would have been hard not to give him another run out there tonight. And you spend any amount of time watching Dennis Smith Jr., Greg, his leaping ability makes for some impressive highlights.
Kevin, he's got the size and the off-the-charts athleticism. Now just trying to figure out how to realize his obvious potential.
David Nwaba is checked in for Brooklyn.
Ninth pick in the 2017 NBA draft. Smith Jr. made the NBA's all-rookie team after a very solid first year in Dallas, averaging 15 points and 5 assists. And he sure is not looking to stop there.
Knicks trail by 3 to the left side wing. Lots of room. And off the front iron, and in it goes. Knox has got his second bucket tonight.
That's a needle in a haystack shot right there. You're not going to hit that one all that often.
Makes it off the glass.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
New York's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Pass to Portis. 41 seconds left in the first quarter. And the basket by Knox. Knox has got 6.
Now that basket must be widening out right now, Kevin. He's making almost every shot he's putting up this quarter.
Che inside. The rebound by Gibson.
And the effort never stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times.
The Knicks have started out 0 of 1 from the line, missing their only other attempt earlier.
And if we want to take a look back, they converted about 76% from the line.
We've got 22 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Dinwiddie. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Guys, what a tight start to the game this has been.
And it's still in the first half. This could be a wild one.
Smith with it. From deep three-point range, and that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And so it's Che making things happen for Brooklyn. He put together quite a quarter, 13 points. And all, and he looks to be planning for more. Back right after this. At one time, a poor free throw shooter, DeAndre Jordan is really...
I've never tried it. I've never secretly
You know, he's made some progress with his method, though. So for the Nets, Caruth is checked in for David Nwaba. Che comes in for Murray. and Irving subbed in for Harris. Then for the Knicks, Morris is checked in for Kevin Knox. Barrett comes in for Damian Dotson, and it's Payton in for Smith.
Ooh, the night is growing here for Che, but he's not one to gloat, during the game at least.
Setting the floor for the Knicks, Taj Gibson is out there with Marcus Morris. Then there's Elfrid Payton. Then there's Bobby Portis. And it's Barrett at the 2. Irving with it. Now Payton defending. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, we all know that circumstances and time changes everything. In Dallas, Dennis Smith Jr. thought he was going to be the cornerstone. But with the arrival of Luka Doncic, everything changed. A promising point guard was traded to the Knicks, and Smith said it was important. It's a big opportunity, and I've just got to make the most of it. But Kevin, we know one thing in New York, the ball is back in Smith's hands.
And D.A., that's when he is at his best. Thank you.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
And they pick up 2. Shea's got the lead up to 7 now for the Nets.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Payton against Dinwiddie. A 3 from Morris. They get the rebound. Payton. And it's out of bounds. The Knicks able to retain possession here. On defense, the Nets. 7-point game, the biggest lead in the game. Can they get it? In transition, here come the Nets. Left side, Irving. Back to Che. That shot, no good. Good work defensively by Morris. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
There's Portis, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on Che. And the former Razorback, Bobby Portis, took a few years to find his spot in the NBA, but now he does produce.
And great big man to bring in off the bench. Good size and quickness combination, and will always give you scoring with that second unit.
The first free throw is good. Brent, for your money, who's the most complete player in the NBA right now?
Over the course of the past 2 years, nobody has impressed me more with his complete game than Kevin Durant. What he has done defensively has just been tremendous. And I know you have guys like Giannis, you have guys like Harden, you have guys like LeBron James, who are incredible players.
And Kawhi, what he did last year.
Yeah. But Kevin Durant, to me, still is one of the most impressive complete players that we have in the game.
Shea's shot is off. And Morris has got the ball here for the Knicks. It's a 5-point game. Now, here's Barrett. He's covered by Irving. Here's Payton. Gets that one to drop. First one of the game after 4 straight misses.
Well, he's 1 for 5 in the quarter, and his body language is saying a lot about where his confidence is. Rattled just a little bit. Maybe the next open look will start him up.
The shot's good from Irving.
Yeah, he couldn't connect on anything from outside in the first quarter, but now he's hit 2 threes in the second quarter, and he looks much better.
Payton passes to Portis. And it's sent back by Allen. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Allen. And the wide open shot from Morris. Buries it from 3-point range. Morris has got his 3rd basket of the night right there. Che outside. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Well, the big story from the Knicks last season was the surprise trade that sent Porzingis to Dallas. shook up the entire roster.
Well, never easy to trade a franchise player, but there was some rumblings that maybe Porzingis was not going to stay there long term, and a surprise deal made last year as Porzingis exited New York for Dallas. So the next opportunity for them was draft and free agency, and to try to get as flexible as they possibly could be for the next few years. And back when I first saw him in Summer League, one of the things that I liked about Che is that he invites the contact, does not shy away from those kind of plays.
The Nets have gone 5 of 7 from the free throw line in the game. And the first one drops.
And with the Knicks rebuilding their roster this summer, there is hope in the air.
Well, two big swings they were hopeful to take. One was at the draft and ending up getting the second overall pick in R.J. Barrett. Certainly points the team in the right direction. The second one was in free agency. And unfortunately for the New York Knicks, again, a bit of a swing and a miss. So we'll see if through some youth and maybe some flexible contracts, the Knicks can find a way to finally construct something in Gotham.
Out to the wing. Caruch passes to Irving. And it's off from three-point range.
Teammates right now covering up for the type of off performance he's having. In terms of scoring, this has not been his best night.
That's going to be out of bounds. The Knicks will retain possession. And Gibson kicks to Morris. Just 5 to shoot. Shoots a fader. No good from Gibson.
And D giving him that shot, and that's probably not a good idea, but I guess they knew what they were doing that time.
6 feet out. And Che with the nice bucket inside. Che's got 11 here in this quarter alone.
Hard work inside on the basket. Che silencing some of the doubters out there in terms of his effort.
And here's Smith. He has 6. From deep.
Nice to see Kyrie focus on locking down his man defensively. You can use that speed to your advantage on that end too.
And so it's Che making things happen for the Brooklyn Nets. He has really delivered at the offensive end. He's torched them for 24 points so far. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, Che, a lot of scoring from you in the first half. What are you guys doing offensively that's allowed you to be so successful?
Hey, this might come off as a little bit cocky, but I honestly can say I believe there's no one on that team that can guard me right now, you know? Hey, no disrespect, but that's how confident I am with my shot right now. And you better believe I'll keep it going, man.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments. Out there on the floor for the Nets. Pass to Dotson. Now Gibson, guarded by Harris. Gibson the bounce pass. Portis kicks to Smith. 6 on the shot clock. Rebounded by the Nets. Allen's got rebound number 8 now on the night. We've got Spencer Dinwiddie. Caruch is out there with Che. Then it's Joe Harris. And it's Allen in at the 5. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Shea outside. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation.
And a quick look here at some of the numbers for Dinwiddie, how he performed last season. He averaged about 17 points a game last year, 4 assists and 2 rebounds. And you look at the numbers he's been putting up, fantastic scoring production from him.
Yeah, hard to ask for anything more at this point. He's really stepped up, and he's really delivered.
And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It goes on Spencer Dinwiddie.
Just attacking the basket right there. Smith Jr. goes up strong every time he gets in there.
Well, few players in the NBA are as scary as Dennis Smith Jr. when he has speed towards the rim.
Smith just attacks with a ferociousness when he puts the ball on the floor. It can leap out of the building and strong enough to dunk over and through just about any player. Still developing the rest of his game, but you like his aggression when going to the hoop.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. And the movement to bring the NBA back to Seattle, the Pacific Northwest. Brent, you played there half a decade. I know you've got fond memories. How much does that city love the NBA?
The Seattle fans are incredible, and I don't know how much. Yes, and how much longer do we have to keep talking about how we want a team in Seattle?
One of the great cities in this country.
A fantastic place to play, to live, and the city is starved to get the Sonics back up there in the green and gold.
And they'll support them.
Oh, there's no question about it. So the time is ticking, and everybody's excited about the opportunity in the near future for the team to return.
The Knicks leading by 4. Passes it to Dotson. Here's Knox. Covered by Shea. Over Shea. And the basket by Knox. Knox has got 12 points in the game.
And he's got a lot to do with the position that they're in. A very smart offensive performance tonight from him.
Dinwiddie outside. Shea outside. Back to Dinwiddie. From past the arc. Another shot. Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
It's checked in for Damian Dotson. For Brooklyn, they have gone 7 of 9 from the free throw line tonight.
Now, you talk to the guys in the locker room, and there's a lot of respect in there for Shea. I appreciate that he's really much more than a basketball player, and he's willing to share that.
Here's Barrett. It's hauled in by Shea. Shea's got his 4th rebound in this one. To the inside. Got a piece of it. That one's not going to go. So New York will take it the other way. And there's the pass to Smith. Yep, it counts. 10 points for him.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. Sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
And out of bounds as the Knicks gain possession. These are the players who had the most success from deep last season. Take a look at Harris. He's absolutely deadly from outside.
And getting that spot at the top of the list was such a huge accomplishment. What a year it was for him from behind the arc.
Smith left side. Here's Knox. 12 points for him. Over to the left wing. Barrett wide open. He fires. And the Knicks hit again from deep.
And, well, like a lot of young players, Barrett's working hard to become proficient from range.
Shea with it. Gibson on him. Allen passes to Shea. Great D there. Time from Gibson. Here's New York. They're on a 16-7 run. Off target there, that would have pushed the lead to double digits. Shea dishes to Allen. Chalk up 2 there. Allen's got 8 points.
Already one of the most popular guys on the team. Shea becoming more liked the more you make passes like that.
Here's Smith. Rebounded by the Nets. Allen's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
Here's Barrett, and Barrett slams it in.
Putting that speed to great use. Once Barrett gets a step on the D, good night.
Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. And so it's the New York Knicks holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. And they've done a phenomenal job down. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
Sometimes it happens when the offense...
So no problem for New York as they get the win. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. So long.
All right, bro, peace.
Hey, Che, you got a second?
Yeah, what's up?
This is your first time leading the team in scoring.
No, I'm a leader. I don't need to lead a team.
Can I grab you for a second, Che?
Yeah, what's up?
You set a new career high in points scored tonight. Don't you think you deserve a bigger role on the team?
I'll put it this way. I'm ready to take on whatever they want to give me. I don't back down from big moments or big responsibilities. It's not my blood, my G.
Good stuff. Anything else?
You trying to set me up, Vin?
Hey, how you been, man? Good game last night.
Huddle up. One game won't kill us, but we need to correct our mistakes right now so it doesn't become a habit. All right, let's put in good work today. Our goal today is to fine-tune our transition defense. We've got to limit easy scores. All right, let's go.
I got it! Hey, he can ball, huh? Oh, get that! Screen! Oh, and one! Right there! Right here! Shot! Pressure him up! Pressure him up! Watch the pitch! Yeah, let's go! Let's do it! Yo, look at the clock! Yeah, man! Don't let him shoot that! Watch the pick! Yo, look at the clock! Give me that! Oh, that's automatic!
Very strong. Now let's move on to the next drill.
You got it, come on, man. Hey, he can ball, watch him! Who got ball? We'll get the next one. Do better than that.
Way to work. Now let's get started on this next exercise.
Turn it up! Hey, he can ball, huh? I got him! Oh! Now we're rolling. Let's go. Get it started, man. Let's get it started. Yeah, let's go. Let's do it.
Okay, let's move on to the next drill.
You got it. You got it. Come on. Whose man is it? And one. Hey, he can ball, huh? Shoot it. Shut up, shut up, shut up. Oh, yeah, you can't guard me. Oh, idiot. Oh, hit that.
Way to finish strong, guys. Make sure you get some shots up before you get out of here.
Okay. I was going to say, she has some dance moves.
Do you really?
She does.
Well, how are you gonna put me on the spot like that?
Because I can't dance. So
Let's
anybody
see
that...
your-
I
let's see-
can't... I admit I can't dance. I can't dance.
I think I can teach you a dance move real quick.
Okay, let's do it. Can he get in on this? Because I feel
can.
like he's never.
He taught me a dance move at MoCap.
I did.
All you gotta do is just hop. Yeah, that's it. That's all you gotta do. It's real simple.
I like
Luka Doncic is the big name on the injury report today. Looks like he's going to miss an extended.
A beautiful evening in downtown Memphis, Tennessee. Our setting tonight. And before we get going, let's hear from David. Well, Kyrie Irving. Great story, DA. Thank you. While we get a break, let's take a look at the October standings out west. You look at Memphis. They've had a very slow start to the season so far, down in the bottom half of the conference.
And for the Grizzlies, they...
Here's Jackson. And some changes here for the Grizzlies. Clark, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Jay Crowder comes in for Andre Iguodala. And Brooks subbed in for Grayson Allen. Hey, Steve, if your team is holding on to a narrow lead, which player do you want defending that last shot of the game?
I would say Kawhi Leonard, Giannis because of his length, Paul George, Draymond Green, and I really love Klay Thompson. Not that he's going to block the shot, but he always stays in position.
And he's good on the three ball.
Stretching the floor, Crowder, a low percentage shooter from the field overall, but he's good from distance.
Back to Jay. From the line, the pass to Karuch. Good, and the assist goes to Che. The Grizzlies trail by 3. Here's Morant. Last game, an incredible scoring display for him. Brooks outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And the shot's good from Crowder. Crowder's got his second bucket of the night.
Jay Crowder, not the biggest guy, but he's crafty in the painted area. Knows how to get his shot.
Shea passes to Dinwiddie. Back to Shea. Kicks it to Dinwiddie. Inside. And the rejection by Jackson.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin. particularly here to start the game.
And Brooks gets it to go.
At the end of the day, when the ball goes up, there's no substitute for effort.
Dinwiddie passes to Che. Pass to Allen. Back to Che. And the dunk by Che.
We know Che loves to attack, and the defense was weak on that play.
Memphis trailing here. Now here's Morant. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet.
Hey, dunks aren't always for the big fellas.
A serious power move from the point.
Forget just laying it in. He wanted to make a statement.
Kicks it out to Dinwiddie. Che inside. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against New York.
You can't forget about how great he was at forcing contact and getting to the line. He racked up a lot of easy points at the line that way.
It's good. It's his second basket. He's shooting 2 for 4.
You know, he's a selfless individual, but sometimes Che just flips the switch and takes over.
Now Morant. He kicks it to Clark. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Easy to appreciate the physicality that Clark plays with. This is what earns him those calls.
Kyle Anderson, he's checked in for Jackson. And a switch here for Brooklyn. Chandler's checked in. And so Clark nails both of them.
The potential is there. For Clark, it's about expanding the range so that it makes him more versatile offensively.
Che drives in, and Che throws it down. A lot of give and take between these sides early.
Yeah, and both teams look like they came to play. We should have a good one.
Here's Clark. And it's sent back by Allen. And it's out of bounds. The Grizzlies able to retain possession here. Three-pointer, Brooks. That one's a miss. His third shot of the game. He's made one of them. Pass to Che. It's tipped. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on Jay Crowder.
He's just relentless in his approach. Makes Che a very difficult guy to defend. They had some turmoil for the Grizzlies last season. Player confrontations in the locker room, confusion over which Brooks they were including in a trade, Marshawn or Dillon. I think they're happy to turn the page.
And it's good, 2 points.
Even though he's smaller, Morant does not lack assertiveness, which comes in handy down low.
And so it's Dinwiddie who brings up the ball for the Brooklyn Nets. Back to Che. 1:15 left to play in the first. Oh, that's blocked.
Well, this is where measurements don't tell the whole story. Clark is a tremendous shot blocker despite having an average wingspan.
Guys, 7 times the lead has changed hands here now.
Yeah, and that number should easily top double figures before it's over.
Ripped away. Releases from 15, drained for 2 points. And now a 3-point Grizzly lead.
Superb vision and decision by Jay Crowder. Rotating the ball, executing this offensively, flawless.
From the baseline, Grizzlies with the rebound.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
No good on the 3. Nets trail by 3. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Everyone knows Che's a passionate individual, but when the locker room gets tense, he comes with jokes to keep everyone loose.
There's 18 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Now here's Morant. Dinwiddie covering. Morant with it. Takes a three. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. It's the Grizzlies up by one. Stay with me. One of the league's best point guards, Kyrie Irving, had this to say about his competition.
In 2011, I came into a league where...
So Memphis going with almost an entire new group here. Jaren Jackson, he's checked in for Clark. Crowder comes in for Anderson. Andre Iguodala, he's checked in for Josh Jackson. And Grayson Allen subbed in for Morant. And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. Irving and LeVert are at the 1 and 2. Caruch is out there with DeAndre Jordan. And it's Jay in at the 3, the small forward. Passes it to LeVert. Back to Jay. And the rejection by Jackson. Memphis leading by 8. Iguodala deciding where to go with it. Brooks outside. 6 to shoot. Here's Jackson. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good.
His inability to make shots has not brought this team down. That shows you their resourcefulness.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. Allen against Irving. Left side, Crowder. The shot. The Grizzlies with another miss.
Missed opportunity. It's a makeable shot for him. He just can't get it to go.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
Here's Iguodala. He doesn't hit that one. Great D that time from Irving. To the middle, Crowder with the steal. It's Iguodala with the drive. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a three-point play. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan. And Memphis making a change here. Clark's checked in. And out of Marquette, Jay Crowder, ranked a sturdy two-way wing player.
A great system player and glue guy. He had his best years with the Celtics. On the final year of this contract, a great value considering what he brings to the table.
Shea drives in. Goes up the baseline. And that one goes long. And the Grizzlies leading by 9. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, Jaren Jackson Jr. is the son of an NBA player. And I'm so old, I covered his dad in college. Growing up, his parents let him find his passion, but the game was always in his genes. Jackson Jr. said, "I've always prided myself on being more than just a basketball player, but I can't deny my laser focus on the sport." Kevin, he's following in his father's footsteps, but looking to create his own legacy.
Terrific mentor, but he's just getting started, David. Thank you. Iguodala kicks to Clark. The pass to Jackson. In the corner, Iguodala with it. It's hauled in by DeAndre Jordan. Jordan's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
Fantastic ball movement. Really unselfish play by Che. But what else is new?
Memphis has gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. Here's Clark, covered by Irving. With some arc. Tries again. And Jackson finishes inside. Jackson's got 7 points here in this quarter.
A good job by him on the glass here tonight. +8 in that department.
It's tipped. Crowder with the steal. Pass to Brooks. Iguodala outside. No good on that one. And Brooklyn will come the other way. Next up will be a home game matched up against the Pacers. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand.
Yeah, and a dangerous trend here as they're starting to live and die with outside jumpers.
And for Jay Crowder, nothing has been given to him. He fights and he competes.
Nets trail by 9. Shea outside. Jordan trying to free himself up, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And let's take a look now at LeVert's numbers. How he did last season. Averaged about 13 points a game last season. 4 assists and 3 rebounds. And to have a knockdown shooter like that coming off the bench, a great asset for any coach.
For sure, things can get stagnant without that spark plug. He always seems to supply points for them in bunches.
Now here's Morant. Defense is right there. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 in the game.
He's been a big factor in their offense tonight, making shot after shot.
And the shot goes down. Shea's got 8 points in the quarter.
And Kevin, they started the game shooting it so well. I'm surprised they haven't continued. They've got to get back to their strength.
Irving. Good, and the assist goes to Shea. Shea's got his 3rd assist on the night.
Wow, one of the craftiest ball handlers in the league. Kyrie on a tear.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Crowder inside. Good D by Jordan. And here we go. Fast break with Shea. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That one's on Morant.
He's a difficult guy to guard off the bounce. Shea catches the defender a little out of position.
And both free throws good for Shea.
And he's given them a good contribution at the line tonight, getting there a lot and delivering on his opportunities.
Crowder from outside. And no good on the last second attempt this time.
Taurean Prince, he does it every night. He competes. Terrific effort on the defensive end.
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Grizzlies lead by 3. Live from the FedEx Forum, you're watching 2K. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Well, you look at Shea in this game, he has been everywhere.
Something has kicked him into gear tonight as he has done work on the offensive end.
Not someone they usually rely on to do this, but you need role guys to step up once in a while and help you out.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. So on the floor for Memphis, Morant and Allen at the guard spots. Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. And it's Iguodala in at the small forward position. And it's tied up with that one. We see it all the time, Smitty, the league doing more to protect the landing zone of shooters, but for some guys, they're using that forward momentum to change that landing spot. What do you think of that?
Kevin, this is a great debate because as an offensive guy, I know you see a guy launching, I might change my shot and start to go forward just in case I can get a foul if it doesn't make the shot. This is a tough call to call. It's going to be like the charge block, I think, in some years to come.
First one falls for him.
And this kid, Ja Morant, came out of nowhere, under-recruited in high school, showed some promise in that first year of college, but boy, did he blow up. Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
It's good. KD's got the game tied up here for the Nets.
Defensively, you can't give Durant this kind of look and expect to get a stop.
Allen, the bounce pass. Now here's Morant, covered by Irving, and that one good. 14 points for John Morant. And Morant really impacts the game in every area.
It's incredible, Kevin. He gives you the points, the assists, the rebounds. But then you look at the box score and you also see a block, a couple steals. And I like that he shoots a high percentage at the line.
That makes 3 in a row to start the second half.
And here is Allen. He has 5. Now here's Morant. Pass to Jackson. Iguodala outside. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. And it's 6 points for Andre Iguodala.
Andre getting the offensive juices flowing. Just a confident player who likes taking those type of shots.
Shea outside. That one's good, and the Grizzly lead is cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Durant.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Here's Morant. Jackson trying to break free. And that one's good. Morant's got 6 here in this quarter.
And when Morant is cooking like this, it's fun to watch. He burns you in so many ways.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
Passes it to Valanciunas. Over Shea. And it's Valanciunas that time on the assist by Morant. Valanciunas has got 11.
They couldn't have asked for a better start to this half offensively. 4 straight and counting.
Here's Durant. It's rebounded by Memphis. Valanciunas has got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Iguodala. Lays it up and banks it in. And now a 5-point Grizzly lead.
Wow, 5 straight buckets coming out of half. They are rolling.
Now the feed to Durant. And finished off by KD.
He loves to fire up his team with the big finish. KD rocking the rim.
The Grizzlies have gotten every shot that dropped since halftime. They're 5 for 5 from the floor. Now here's Morant, guarded by Prince. LeVert against Jackson. And good that time. He's got 11.
And you couldn't have scripted a better start to the half. They've hit every single shot since the break.
Irving passes to KD. Shea outside. The Grizzlies pull it in. Valanciunas has got 6 rebounds here tonight. A one near Iguodala as he lets it go. Here's Jackson. And it's Kyrie Irving with the rebound. Irving's got 5 rebounds tonight. Shea drives in. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And the upcoming schedule for Brooklyn. On Wednesday, they'll be taking on Victor Oladipo and the Indiana Pacers. And then on Friday, they'll be taking on Clint Capella and the Houston Rockets. And he knocks down the first one. Kyle Anderson, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. Josh Jackson comes in for Andre Iguodala. And a new group in for the Nets. Jared Allen's checked in for Durant. Chandler comes in for Taurean Prince. Murray's checked in for Karis LeVert. And Dinwiddie subbed in for Irving. Here's Valanciunas. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on Jared Allen. And last season, Jonas Valanciunas, averaging the fewest minutes of his. And he makes the first. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. 9 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Now Jackson. So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was
And that about wraps it up. Now for Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA here on 2K Sports. See you next time.
How we feeling, Che?
I'm good, Coach. Can't complain.
All right, so look, we like what we've seen out of you the past few games. Attention to detail, execution strong, and your motor's up.
I appreciate that, Coach. Thank you.
You're impressing on every...
How's it going? Hey, what you working on?
Bring it in, everyone. We really need to push the tempo and get out in transition mode. Let's get on the baseline and work on filling the lanes better and getting the ball to the middle of the floor.
Way to grab it! Yo, set it up! Shut up! There you go!
Way to work. Now let's get started on this next exercise.
Focus! Focus! Stay on! Do it! Keep moving! Bow up!
Good job. Let's move on to the next drill.
Turn it up! Turn it up! Oh, come on, hit that, man! Yeah, baby! Hey, come on, get by, get by, get by! Box out! Oh, handwork! Come on, box him out! Give me that! And one!
Just like that. Hey, he can ball, huh?
Good work, team. Let's get one more drill in.
Get the next one. Get your blinders.
Yeah, I'll see you later. Great practice. Now get out there and put up some more shots.
We'll do something called the gosh darn it.
Okay, the gosh darn it.
Me and Chris Brown did it in a video, and it's hilarious, but it's like, you know what I'm saying? You gotta catch it, you know what I'm saying? You throw it up and catch it. Okay.
Can we get that?
But you'll start one more time. You ready?
Okay.
Throw it up. Wait for it.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Tonight, we'll be watching the Indiana Pacers playing against the Nets in Brooklyn. Checking out Brooklyn, they've only come out in front in one of their first 3 games so far, so a win tonight will be important to them, to be at 500 instead of 3 games under. Kenny, chance to watch Che, a guy known for not playing in a game once, sat out in protest at Bay City University.
Well, you know what? Che, that was a tough decision. I mean, here's this guy standing up for his teammates. At the end of the day, though, the rest of the team is what matters. These things will take you to another level as a teammate, and people will follow you. Way to go, Che.
Yeah, Che felt this was right at the time. Some things are bigger than the game, fellas. This may not have been one of them, but shout out to Che for standing by his convictions.
And with the game just about ready to begin, time to send it to Kevin Harlan for the call.
And a glimpse inside the locker room. Players' final few moments to prepare for the game and the task ahead. The activity in front of the Brooklyn Museum, not too far from our setting today here at the Barclays Center. Welcome, everyone, to the NBA on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. And joining us on the sidelines, another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. And it's still early in the year, but already some trends developing as we check out the new power rankings. You look at Atlanta, they've climbed all the way up to the 2nd spot.
And I think the Nets, they're moving in the wrong direction. The good news, though, it's still early in the season. A lot of games left to be played. Plenty of time to turn things around.
And as things get ready to roll, let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's on the sideline. David?
Well, Victor Oladipo has a huge task and a long road in front of him making his way back from that knee injury. But you talk to his teammates, and they rave about his mental makeup. They say he's an incredible person, great to be around, the most positive guy they've ever played with. So, Kevin, if anyone can come back from this, he can.
You better believe it. Outstanding, David. Thank you. Early on, players vying for larger roles and more minutes. And, Doris, always interesting to see how all of that materializes.
Yeah, Kev, I think unless you have a veteran team who's maybe been in the playoffs and established themselves, there's nothing set in stone yet. Obviously, guys are looking to prove themselves from the very moment that ball is tipped up in the air. And who gets a rhythm early? Who starts off strong? Let's see.
I'm looking forward to it as well. Here's the starting group for the Indiana Pacers. Oladipo. Is the 2 with Warren playing small forward. Sabonis and Turner up front. And it's and a new group in for the Nets. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Jared Allen. Chandler. Comes in for Taurean Prince. Shay's checked in for Kevin Durant. And Dinwiddie subbed in for LeVert. So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. T.J. Leaves checked in for Sabonis. Doug McDermott comes in for T.J. Warren. Lammy's checked in for Oladipo. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Malcolm Brogdon.
Sees his man, has the angle on the interior, and drops a dime right there.
Shoots from the baseline. Second chance shot. And Shea lays it in. And the Nets lead by 6.
Yeah, off to a strong start here early. 6 points off second chance buckets.
And here's McConnell. He kicks to Turner. The pass to Lamb. Shea with the block.
All effort on the rejection. Shea never short on hustle.
Lamb against Dinwiddie. Irving passes to Shea. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Shea's got his second basket of the night.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
McConnell passes to Lamb. That 3 off the mark. And here's Chandler, who brings it up for the Brooklyn Nets. They're leading by 8. Dinwiddie wide open. Bangs home the trifecta.
And they are shooting the lights out from distance here early.
The Pacers have gotten 7 of their first 16 field goal attempts to go down here in the first. Bounce pass from McConnell. Turner against Jordan. And again, unable to change momentum here. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. And Shea gets it to go on the assist by Dinwiddie. And it's 6 points for Shea. Pacers trail by 13. they've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Dinwiddie against Lamb. Passes to Leaf. Back to Lamb. 5 on the clock. Indiana needs to get a shot off. McConnell and the Pacers can't get it to go. Nets leading by 13. Shea drives in. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
I'll tell you, off the dribble drive, Shea has proven he is unafraid.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
And he buried a bunch of shots from the stripe in that last game.
Brooklyn making some changes. Rodion Kurucs comes in for Wilson Chandler. And Harris subbed in for Irving. And the Pacers call time here. This game coming after a loss against the Pistons.
Well, when you're facing a team that's feeding off the crowd's energy, you have to bring your A game, and they didn't do that defensively.
One thing you know, Greg, is you've got to pack your defense in the suitcase if you're going to win on the road, and they simply did not bring it.
Here's Bitadze. Feeds it to McDermott. Bucket is good. McDermott's got his second basket of the game.
Well, McDermott is working on that interior game because he has size and touch.
Now here's Shea. Tight defense on him. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on Doug McDermott.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
The Nets shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game.
You know, what's fascinating to me is 4-year players in college can have a great reputation because of the experience they gain, but they can also see their stock fall because they're not talented enough to go after just 1 or 2 years.
Here's Bitadze, guarded by Jordan. No good from Lamb. Brooklyn leading by 14.
Well, DeAndre Jordan remains one of the best rebounders in the NBA. His ability to dominate the glass and get you extra possessions, just a thing of beauty.
Lamb passes to Leaf. Lamb against Harris. And Lamb, here we go. Up and in, it's good. First basket of the game for him. 1 for 4 shooting.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work. Watch him fly, so graceful on that finish. Shea lines up the alley-oop.
And with DeAndre Jordan, the rebounding is as strong as ever, Doris. But what about the rim protection?
Well, I think obviously DeAndre's block totals aren't what they used to be when he was turning away 2 shots a game. But there's more to defense than just blocking shots. And Jordan remains a plus defender.
Here's McConnell. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's his first trip to the line.
And a look back at his numbers from the free throw line last year, 78%, so not too bad.
That's good from McConnell.
Well, think about the Nets' Kenny Atkinson, a finalist last season for NBA Coach of the Year. This young coach got a well-deserved contract extension. And what I love is his team competes at a high level every night.
Murray's checked in for the Nets. Pacers on defense. They trail by 14. Second shot opportunity.
And despite that miss, a strong start for them offensively.
They get a hand on it. Here's Dinwiddie. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Building up a big early lead, they have taken charge of this game.
And they've been doing it largely at the offensive end, Greg. If the defense does not adjust, this could be a blowout.
Here's McConnell. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It goes on Spencer Dinwiddie. For Indiana, they have gone a perfect 7 of 7 from the line tonight.
And they were 75% from the line a season.
And he sinks the second. 14 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's McDermott. Here's Bitadze, and he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket.
Well, it's easy to say. This guy wanted it more, creating the second chance opportunity and cashing in.
And so it's the Brooklyn Nets, 13 points up at the end. And Kevin Durant talked about his teammates and the versatility this roster has.
I like our depth. I like that we can play, we can play.
It's clear KD is very happy playing with this group of guys.
That's why he signed here. But you can bet Durant is going to be leading the charge.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And the Nets have been rolling right along here, haven't they?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Boy, it's been a really pretty thing to watch, executing their game plan to perfection.
They've got Shea, Spencer Dinwiddie out there with Harris. Then there's Murray, and it's Caruge in at the center. That's the Nets 5 as we get into the second quarter. Connects from three-point range. Lamb's got 5 points so far.
Listen, even average three-point shooters are going to make that shot. Defense must be better.
Pass to Murray. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Back to Dinwiddie. Clock at 6. On the wing, Shea. Releases. Almost, but it rolls out. Pacers trail by 12. That's tipped and stolen by Shea. Pass to Dinwiddie. Bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
Moving it around. 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And so it's Lamb with it. He brings it up for the Indiana Pacers. They're getting their first look of the season at the Nets in this one.
And they usually came out on top when these two teams faced off last year. No surprise, they're the better team.
Now the pass to Bitadze. It's stolen by Harris. And here we go. The fast break with Dinwiddie. And he dunks it down.
Well, Joe Harris staying engaged on the defensive end. Nice anticipation to get that steal.
And for the Pacers, they're shooting at a decent 44% clip here. McConnell passes to Bitadze. Now here's McDermott. He's covered by Murray. Pass to Bitadze. Off target from three-point range. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. It's deflected. McDermott with it. Pass to Leaf. To the paint. Here's Bitadze. The shot missing. Some solid defense from Harris. Shea, high post. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And Doris, you played point guard. What do you like to see from that position?
Well, I'm going to go back to the Showtime Lakers, which was my first team that I adored when I was a kid watching the NBA. And the reality is this, Kevin, I love to see teams play in transition, get out in the open floor. What's better than watching Steph Curry cross half court with a full head of steam and the defender knowing, oh, good God, anything could happen here. He might pull a 3, he might finish in spectacular fashion off the run, or he might find a teammate for a momentum.
And until their playoff run, the Brooklyn Nets weren't a team we thought of as a free agent destination. And Doris, you almost forget that they play in the biggest market in the country.
And Greg, who would have thought that in New York and Los Angeles, arguably the most competent franchises would be the Nets and the Clippers. These are two of the historically dilapidated teams no longer content to play second fiddle in those major markets. I'll tell you, around the basket, Shea has got such a good nose for putting it in the bucket.
Pass to Bitadze. Harris against Lamb. There's the pass to Bitadze. Just 5 on the clock. McConnell passes to Bitadze. Good. And McConnell gets the assist.
Yeah, field goal percentage above 50 now. Their offense is starting to show.
Dinwiddie kicks to Murray. Puts it up. And it's Brooklyn scoring again. Now, here's McConnell. He has 5. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Down low, Leaf. Shea with the block. They get it back.
And this is part of the reason they're down. The free throw line has not been kind to them this quarter.
And the first one at the line is good. And the Nets making a change here. He hits one and misses one each at the line. Nets leading by 21. Here we go, one-on-one. And Shea throws it down.
Boy, that's some big-time energy out of Shea. Simply running the floor, getting an easy opportunity.
Now McConnell. Here's Leaf. McDermott for 3. Got it to fall! It went down! He got it to fall!
Thanks, Kevin. Well, the last few games you have been on fire, and it's carried over to tonight. What's gotten into you these last few games?
I've been trying to figure it out myself.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You look at Kyrie Irving in this game, he has been everywhere.
And you know he's going to put up points every time out, but boy, he made it look so easy in that first half.
Now let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
And on the floor for Nate McMillan starting the second half. Ogden and Oladipo, the backcourt duo. Sabonis and Turner up front. And it's Warren in at the 3, the small forward.
And guys, I think the future is so bright for Jared Allen. We're talking about an athletic, mobile big man who has already proven to be an accomplished two-way player.
Oladipo outside. Passes it to Sabonis. Poked away. Over Prince. Sabonis with the bucket. Sabonis has got 10 points in the game.
Don't sleep on the big man now. Domantas Sabonis can be effective in catch and shoot.
Irving surveying the floor. To the middle. From 7. The shot that time not on target. And it's the Pacers taking it the other way. Warren against Prince, and Prince comes to help. Shot from the top of the key, and Turner with the basket on the assist by Sabonis. And that's now 11 points for Miles Turner. Outside Durant, pass to Shea. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Shea's got 22.
Well, this guy flat out carrying the load for them offensively. He is taking and making good shots. What a terrific job.
Pass to Warren. Dishes to Turner. Oladipo outside. The 3. Allen with the rebound. Allen's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
Well, you think back to Victor Oladipo and his college basketball being played at Indiana University. So when he gets traded to the Pacers, many thought it was viewed as a homecoming.
Sabonis, no good. Nets leading by 19 points. Shea passes to Allen. And slam dunk by Allen.
You know, you get the sense this guy, the 4 years of college ball helped. He plays at his pace, and he does it with such calm.
And exceeding expectations in Indiana, Victor Oladipo Doris remade himself as an all-star.
Well, he credits the year he spent playing alongside Russell Westbrook. That relentless attack, that commitment to get better, that commitment to be a threat no matter where you are on the floor. This young man has set the tone between the lines and outside the lines.
Shea, high post. Seven-foot shot. Good D by Brogdon.
And the way he was able to reach out towards that release had an impact.
Well, no question. He altered that shot, and most of the time, that's just as good as blocking it.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Outside Durant, the pass to Prince. And he banks in the layup. Prince has got his second bucket of the night.
I just love the unselfishness in the play of Kevin Durant. He said he wants to play the game the right way. Nice example there, Kev.
Passes it to Oladipo. Here's Sabonis. Inside. Looking for Oladipo. He gets it there. To end the drought. And the call will be against Sabonis. That's his third foul of the game. LeVert's checked in for Shea. .141 left in the third quarter of the game. McConnell passes to Sabonis. Indiana moving it around. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And you look at per minute production, you can make a strong case that Domantas Sabonis at times has been underutilized. With consistent minutes, he can give you an efficient 20-10 every night.
And Sabonis having to spend some time at the power forward spot in today's game, Greg. He's pretty big for that position.
Yeah, I mean, 6'11", 240. He's gotten leaner, done some yoga, worked on strengthening those hips, looking to stay mobile. And that ought to serve him whichever position he plays.
Brooklyn making some changes. Taurean Prince, he's checked in for Rodions Kurucs, and Irving subbed in for Harris. Shea with it. Sabonis is there. Dinwiddie kicks to Irving. Dinwiddie with it. He's picked up by Lamb. Here's Jordan. Sabonis grabs the board. And it's Indiana's ball. They've got a 10-0 run going. Warren the pass to Turner. Here's McConnell. Back to Turner. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
For Miles Turner, so much of this is about confidence. You love to see him convert in there. That is nice.
This is his third free throw attempt of the game. And very much a modern offensive game for Miles Turner. Doris, not a post-up guy, please.
No, he can shoot the face-up jump shot. He's exceptional at rim running. And think about his running form. This is a young man that tried to fine-tune his stride. He has become a factor now, Kev, going end-to-end.
And that one misses.
And after spending his first NBA decade with the Clippers, DeAndre Jordan bounced around last season. Remains a supreme athlete and rebounder, though, at that center position.
And that one drops. And that's now 6 points for T.J. Warren.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Dinwiddie outside. Shea inside. 22 points for him. That's tipped.
Boy, T.J. Warren showing some activity on the defensive end. Great timing on that block.
Tipped away and stolen by Shea. And it is good at the buzzer. Wow.
And give him credit. Good awareness of the time remaining.
And to me, the way you end quarters impact.
And so it's the Brooklyn Nets cruising into the quarter break with a 22-point lead. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Inside, we got Prince and Jordan. Spencer Dinwiddie out there with Irving, and it's Shea in at the 3 slot. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Here's Turner. A second chance effort, and that one good.
I'll tell you, individually, he is doing all he can. But right now, somebody's got to step in and support this guy.
Dinwiddie outside. Shea up top. He had stolen by Lamb. He's all alone. And McConnell gets it to go.
Tremendous effort getting the steal, then getting the ball up the court.
It amazes me how quickly you can change ends. You've got to be prepared to sprint the floor.
Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Over in the corner, Lamb. There's the triple. Rebound, Brooklyn. Dinwiddie right side. And Shea gets it to go on the assist by Dinwiddie. Shea's got 4 this quarter. And here's McConnell. Pass to Sabonis. Remember the time, Doris, when it was rare to see stars changing teams? Now we read about it every day.
No question, Kevin. Think back to my formative years watching the NBA as a fan. Larry Bird was a Boston Celtic. Magic Johnson was a Los Angeles Laker. The trend in today's NBA is that shorter player contracts, more player control over where they want to be. And the reality is this, Kevin, at some point, free agency entered the equation. It's appropriate, it's fair, they've earned the right to choose where they play.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Durant's checked in. McConnell kicks to Lamb. To the left wing. A shot by Sabonis. Nobody around. Drains the 19-footer.
This is a real strength of Domantas Sabonis' game. He has such nice, soft touch.
Shea with it. Sabonis is there. Prince's shot is good.
Boy, that's a backbreaker. Takes it right into the rim and extends their lead.
You want to make sure your opponent knows they have absolutely zero chance of a comeback, and nice finish by him.
McConnell passes to Lamb. Shot clock at 6. Out left to the wing. Here's Sabonis. Tried to bank it in, but he misses.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in cracking this huge lead.
Well, do opposing defenses just start shaking their head when Kevin Durant starts cooking? Because he can heat up in a hurry.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And Irving comes to help. Outside, Lamb. And there. There's the call on Durant. That's his first foul. Doris, in 2004, the Charlotte Bobcats became the NBA's 30th team. When do you think we're going to see another team added, whether it's an expansion or even multiple expansion cities?
Well, let's go directly to the most important source, and that's Commissioner Adam Silver, who has said that expansion is inevitable, but right now not a huge priority. So, you know, listen, we've heard Seattle is on the short list of cities that wants to get a team, and what a great city, what a great NBA fan base. I hope someday we get back to Seattle.
So much history up there, you're correct. And stolen by Che. Passed in Waba. Back to Che. Moves back up. Stolen by Holiday. Now the Pacers moving it up. Here's Sumner. Unable to get that one. Murray with the defensive effort. Shot from the low block. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
I'll tell you, the feed to set up the hoop courtesy of Che. What a team guy this man is.
And a four. Eight seconds left in the fourth quarter. Dinwiddie outside. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense, potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were.
And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Pat saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
Thank you.
Hey, great win, fellas. Great win. Good game. Good.
That was nice work on D.
Che, talk about your defense a little. What helped you lead the team in steals tonight?
Winning the turnover battle is huge, Patty.
Keep the wave going, Chris. Keep it going.
I'm killing it.
All right, well, we want to see your moves in the neighborhood, so send them over via social media using the hashtag 2KTV Dance.
Yes, hopefully they're better than our dance moves, but
His
you
dance
can submit them and possibly be featured on a future episode of 2KTV.
Now here's the 2K MC with all of the news and events coming up in 2K20.
2KMC here with your 2K Compete events for the next couple of weeks. The competition is heating up in November. Woo! And yes, that is double rep in the rec on the 17th. Go get it! In my team, the Isaiah Thomas spotlight has dropped. Progress through Isaiah Thomas's illustrious career.
Downtown Phoenix on a bright and sunny day as we come to you from Arizona. Broadcasting live, 2K Sports presents the NBA. It's Monday night. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. DA will join us tonight on the sideline. Here are the starters for Brooklyn. Irving and LeVert are at the 1 and 2. Inside, we got Prince and Jordan. And it's Che in at the 3. And for the Suns, Rubio and Booker, they're the backcourt. Inside, Saric and Baines. And it's Oubre in at the 3 spot.
We remember from Che's college days that he's not afraid to take a stand, even if it creates controversy. He'll state his opinion, but he doesn't put himself above the game. He's really quite a humble guy.
Now, here's Rubio. Booker outside. Jordan with the rebound.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Here's Saric. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed.
And then the nifty touch to tip it in as well.
Here's Che. Following the score by Phoenix. Count that bucket.
He might be in tight, but Che still has plenty of work to do here. Nice interior finish.
Knocked loose. Here's Oubre. And it's blocked by Jordan.
Boy, not the kind of start they wanted. Only 1 for 4 so far.
Che passes to Prince. Second chance effort. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2.
That kind of energy and hustle on the glass usually produces good results.
And the pass to Booker. Rubio against Irving. With the teardrop. Here's Baines. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Jordan with some nice D.
You know, right now they're just 1 for 5. Rough start so far.
Shea's shot is off.
Does not get much easier than that, but somehow he came up empty there.
Rubio the pass to Saric. Prince with the defensive effort. The Nets have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Got that bucket in no time at all.
One of the things you've got to admire and respect about him is his aggressiveness at the offensive end, always in attack mode.
And Rubio kicks to Oubre. And stolen by Kyrie Irving. Ahead. He shoots again. His second shot goes in. Off to a good start. 2 for 2.
Yeah, going hard to the rack, making a statement here early on.
Yeah, that's how he rolls. I mean, intimidate the opponent right now.
And first time out of the game called for Phoenix.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
And I think this timeout, guys, is where you draw up some plays that are guaranteed to create some high percentage shots.
And Phoenix making a change here. Kaminsky's checked in, and the Nets making a change here as well. Spencer Dinwiddie's checked in for Karis LeVert. Saric passes to Oubre. Will it go? Now in the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
And obviously a total team player. Saric is a guy, if his teammate is open, he's going to get the ball.
Here's Irving. Can't hit that one. So Phoenix will take it the other way. The drive by Booker. Brooklyn with the rebound. Prince has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, I briefly spoke with Coach Monty Williams. Going up against the still imposing presence of DeAndre Jordan, Coach said he's one of the all-time athletes at the center position. Right near the top as far as game dunkers, too. Kevin, they're trying to deny him deep position. Good looking. Back to you.
Thanks so much, David. 5 to shoot. Here's Rubio. That one a little long.
I wouldn't say that's exactly his spot now. I mean, and you can see why.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones.
Hey, they've got a nice, comfortable lead here, fellas. Might as well keep it simple. Do it a plain, simple one-hander, just like pound cake.
I would agree. Here's what Phoenix has got going on right now. Diallo, he's checked in for Saric. Mikal Bridges comes in for Oubre. Johnson, he's checked in for Devin Booker. And it's Carter in for Ricky Rubio. And finished off by Kaminsky.
And, you know, the thing about Kaminsky is he is a skilled shooter, but also a factor near the rim, too.
Shea outside. Here's Karuch. And it's blocked. And they get it back. They shoot again. Allen's shot is off.
Boy, patrolling the paint well, protecting the rim, that's exactly the kind of defensive effort you need against him.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
A nice shot by Harris.
And loving the hustle here early. I mean, they struck first on the offensive glass.
And those putback baskets contributing to their lead, Greg.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Yeah, you know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
And so it's the Brooklyn Nets heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. We'll return shortly. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And for the Suns here with a different look. Saric has checked in for Diallo. Kelly Oubre comes in for Mikal Bridges. Booker, he's checked in for Johnson. And Ricky Rubio subbed in for Carter. So for Brooklyn now, inside we got Prince and Jordan. Irving and LeVert are at the 1 and 2. And it's Shea in at the small 4. Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by. To the inside. Fade away. Rebound, Brooklyn. Jordan's got 6 rebounds in the game.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, Greg, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it. Gritty and rough. But that's how you win games.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested. Never quite as easy as it looks to corral an alley-oop. Shea getting busy.
Up top, Rubio. He's covered by Irving. Oubre, no one around him. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Oubre's got 5 points so far.
Defensively, there was a lack of aggressiveness, and it really made it easy for him to knock that shot down.
Shea dishes to Irving. But they'll get another chance. Pass to Prince. Irving kicks to LeVert. Shot clock at 5. Brooklyn needs to get off a shot here. Jordan. Saric grabs the board. Suns trail by 17. Rubio left side. A three-pointer off the mark.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Oubre with it. He's picked up by Jordan. And Saric kicks to Booker. From deep three-point range, and so it's Brooklyn. Feeling good about their 17-point lead heading into the break. And their ability to get points in the paint has made all the difference in this one. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. Che really making a difference.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
Inside, Saric and Baines. Rubio and Booker, they're the backcourt. And it's Oubre in at the small forward position. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Monty Williams. And they double up Che to the paint. Here's Jordan, kept alive. Rejected by Booker. Good work there as it goes. And that's 13 points for Che.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one, Greg. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
There's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop.
Tell you what, you wouldn't know they're the team trailing when they're able to pull off plays like that.
And Irving is comfortable running the offense. When a teammate's open, he's quick to whip it around and get him a good look.
Booker with no one around. That's good. It's Rubio with the assist. Rubio's got 5 assists tonight. And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn. Phoenix making some changes. Sheck Diallo, he's checked in for Saric. Mikal Bridges comes in for Kelly Oubre. And it's Carter in for Ricky Rubio. And a new group in for the Nets. Jared Allen's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Rodion Kurucs comes in for Taurean Prince. Harris is checked in for Karis LeVert. And Dinwiddie subbed in for Irving. The Nets have shot 1 of 3 from the line tonight, missing 2 earlier on.
Yeah, last year, collectively, only 74% from the line.
And the technical free throw is good.
You know, he was waived after his second year in the league, guys, but Joe Harris didn't let that stop him. He improved his skills, and he's carving out a nice career for himself.
Johnson, he's checked in for Devin Booker. And a change for the Nets. Garrett Temple has checked in for Che. So for the Suns, Frank Kaminsky, he's checked in for Aaron Baines. And Oubre subbed in for Diallo. And then for Brooklyn, David Nwaba comes in for Rodion Kurucs. And Che's subbed in for Garrett Temple. Back to Dinwiddie. And the Nets miss again. And so it's Carter who brings the ball up for the Suns. Pass to Kaminsky. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Yeah, when Frank Kaminsky plays like this with this kind of aggressiveness, it forces the defense to react.
Phoenix shooting their first free throws of the night. Phoenix making some changes. Saric checked in for Mikal Bridges. Devin Booker comes in for Johnson. And Ricky Rubio subbed in for Carter. Then for the Nets, DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Allen. Karis LeVert comes in for Joe Harris. And it's Kyrie Irving in for Spencer Dinwiddie.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Yeah, they've not missed a single foul shot this half, and that's taking care of business, fellas.
Taurean Prince, he's checked in for David Nwaba. He's off on the second. Phoenix has gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Feeds it to Saric. That's good. It's Rubio with the assist. Rubio's got 6 assists now in the game.
Saric plays with such intensity and focus. I mean, even with the defense right there, he stays locked in on the hoop.
Plays it in off the pretty alley-oop.
Yeah, nice silky finish on the alley-oop from the stupendous feed.
That sequence couldn't have been executed any better.
Guys, I hope we get to see a few more of those.
Booker outside. Back to Rubio. And the Suns tack on 2 more.
And not being as aggressive from the three-point line anymore. They had a lot more attempts in that first half.
Che inside. And the dunk by Che.
Yeah, that's bully ball from Che right there. Up high and down hard. Bringing it.
Booker the bounce pass. Oubre finds Booker. This one for three. Off target. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets riding high with a 23-point lead heading into the break. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Yeah, platinum level dime dropping there, fellas. Accurate and on time.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. So for Brooklyn now, Irving and LeVert are at the 1 and 2. Inside, we got Prince and Jordan. And it's Che in at the 3, the small forward. Well, Phoenix shooting about 42% so far. Rubio looking it over. Oubre can't get it to go.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
These guys have had some good motion on offense. Nice assistant.
And when everyone's involved offensively, it has a way of helping you on the defensive side as well.
A nice shot by Booker.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Nets leading by 23. Pass to Che. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Che's got 11 points here in just the second half. And here are the Suns now. In the corner, it's Oubre. From outside, off the mark.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
There's an aggressiveness to Che's game that I think everybody can appreciate and respect. Prides himself on keeping pressure on the defense.
And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Nets.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ball game.
Yeah, but also, they haven't missed a beat in terms of their fast break game. That's been equally as effective all night long.
And the Suns with a completely new group on the floor. Then for the Nets, Jared Allen's checked in for Jordan. Odion Kurucs comes in for Taurean Prince. And Garrett Temple subbed in for Karis LeVert. Johnson's shot is off. Brooklyn's gotten off 12 shots from beyond the arc tonight, hitting 7 of them. In the corner, it's Temple. Back to Che. It's blocked, and he gets it back. Here's Allen. And at last, they get one to fall. Allen's got his first basket of the night. Johnson outside. Oh, and he's going up for the alley-oop here. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Absolutely the prettiest play in basketball, executed to perfection.
I don't think you'd get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop.
Unless you're the team getting punched on. That would be the difference.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
And it's Irving with the ball for the Brooklyn Nets. Kicks to Che. 3rd minute of action now gone here in the 4th. And the shot goes in from Kurucs. Kurucs has got 10 points here in the second half.
Che making it look so easy, dropping that nice room service dime there.
Johnson with it. Now guarded by Jay. Over to the wing. Here's Baines. That's in, coming off the assist from Johnson.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
For Brooklyn, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. And they double up Jay.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
1:31 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Johnson outside, fires the three, drills the three-pointer.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Nets.
The key here, guys, was second-chance points.
They pounded the offensive glass and won the scrambles for loose balls, giving them plenty of added opportunity.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year. And, you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Jay.
There wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every good chance he got.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. No good on that one. Johnson, he's checked in for the Suns. The Nets also changing it up. David Nwaba is checked in for Rodions Kurucs. Musa comes in for Garrett Temple. And Luwawu subbed in for Irving. Top of the key, Nwaba. He feeds it to Che. The shot from the low post is good.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
26 seconds left in the fourth. Johnson gets the bucket.
And you can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
Yeah, you know, I agree with you. They waited too long to finally ramp themselves up.
Here's Luwawu. He's guarded by Johnson. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
On the inside now, Che will battle you. He'll fight. He doesn't let contact rattle him.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
No good on the free throw. He hits the second from the line. 8 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Okobo looking over the floor. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kevin, Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long, everyone.
What out there? Good game last night.
Huddle up, gentlemen. Great win last night. Don't expect our road to get any easier, though. We need to stay focused today so that we can go out there and keep this positive streak going. Our goal today is to fine-tune our transition defense. You gotta limit easy scores. All right, let's get set up and start practice.
Turn it up! Turn it up!
Shot! Yeah, way to get that rock, man! Hey, come on, way to grab it! Keep shooting that! Hey, he can ball, huh? Watch the road! Someone tee him up!
Way to work. Now let's get started on this next exercise. That's what the ring room for! Ah!
Get your mind right.
Too strong!
Get your head in the game.
With the foul!
Good. All right, let's move on.
You got it. Come on, man.
Hey, right here! Ball, huh? Come to me, come to me!
One more. Keep it going.
Very strong. Now let's move on to the next drill.
Turn it up! Turn it up! Yeah, let's go! Let's do it! Box up! Come on, focus.
Great practice. Now get out there and put up some more shots.
Putting in the work in my career has its rewards, like endorsements. And unlocking your Gatorade My Player endorsement gets you a real-life perk. A 20% discount on your own customized GX bottle starter kit. Rep your team, add your name, and hydrate like the pros. And last week, Chalk TF became the first player in NBA 2K20 to reach legend in my career.
Absolutely. Hey, big game tonight. How you feeling?
Feeling great.
Good, because this one's on national TV and you gotta crush it.
Shouldn't you be telling?
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
All right, some NBA basketball for you. We have the Houston Rockets going up against the Nets in Brooklyn. Last game for the Nets, they picked up the W against Indiana. That game was a dominant performance. Always nice to win one going away, but it's
And the Rockets already with their game faces on as they get off the bus. Got to be geared up for these road games. And the game arrivals sponsored by Express. Dress like a pro. Here we are in November, and let's see how. And with pregame routines coming to an end, we're just about.
Well, guys, we know Russell Westbrook is fearless on the court and with his sense of fashion. Growing up around Los Angeles, he said,
Influential with his taste for sure, David. Thank you. Looking at league trends, do you miss the physicality of years past, which was so much a part of the time that you played?
I do, Kev. I do miss the physical game. I miss the bumping, the grinding outside in there in the paint. But I also love the new game and the spacing. You know, you can appreciate the game so much more. It's like going to a ballet and being able to see the move.
A new group out there on the floor for the Nets. And here's Rivers. He had 10 points in the win against Washington. Gordon outside. And no good that time. And it's the Nets taking it the other way.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
That one falls.
Nice job creating for the easy deuce.
Rockets leading by 12. Here's Rivers. Pass to House. From 11 feet away, the putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Yeah, we got to be careful. It's still early. They've expended a lot of energy, but they've also built a nice cushion here.
And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's on Tyson Chandler.
Oh, man, pulling from his deep bag of tricks. Che uses the little up fake here to reposition the defender.
The other day, Chris, I heard Commissioner Adam Silver talking about that it strikes him sometimes how isolated players can be with cell phones and headphones, and those things wouldn't help that. Is it something that you've noticed or that you're concerned about?
You mean with my nephews and nieces and friends that are younger and kids walking across the street looking at their phones and not even looking both ways?
You know, your play-by-play partner, whoever it might be.
Yeah. Oh, come on. You know, Kevin, those are the times. And so I would tell Adam Silver, Mr. Commissioner, man, that's a basketball problem. That's a world problem. How are we going to stop any of that? We're here now. There's no putting that genie back in the bottle, Kevin.
Now, here's Dinwiddie. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. The drive by Che.
And a chance here to check out some stats on Spencer Dinwiddie. Some last season stats for him. He averaged about 17 points a game last year, 4 assists and 2 rebounds. And you know, he'd love a bigger role, but he's trying to prove himself in the minutes he's getting right now.
Yeah, you're right, but he's putting in the work, and the results have been okay. He just needs to keep believing in himself.
Here's Rivers. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
Well, I love what Austin Rivers did last year after he bounced around between the Wizards and Rockets. I mean, he came in and he was focused. He was traded by Washington to the Suns and then bought out and ended up in a great situation in Houston.
The Nets making a switch here. Chandler's checked in. A whole new 5 on the floor. On its way from Irving for 2. It's good, only a few seconds into the shot clock. Irving's got 7 points. And for Rivers, after being let loose by Phoenix, still productive and very motivated when he joined the Rockets.
Rivers said that even though he understood the buyout, he hated the idea of being released. I mean, it reinvigorated his game, and he had one of the best seasons to date.
So on the floor for Houston, Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. Tucker and Capella are up front, and that's a great dunk.
Freakish athletically.
That's how you do it. The main strength of Capella's offensive game, I mean, he uses his athleticism to power home these alley-oops.
Irving with the ball. He picked up 24 points in their last one against Indiana.
Yeah, and his energy level in that game was amazing. He did all that work offensively and controlled the boards, too.
And most fans think of the Rockets as offense only, but that's not the case at all.
No, G.A., I mean, they forced a good amount of turnovers, and they trapped pretty well. I mean, the defense has been solid for them the past few years, if you ask me. Nothing mind-blowing, but this team is certainly not one-sided. And he's doing some good work from long range. I mean, he had 2 threes in the first quarter, and now he's got 1 in the second.
Shea outside. And the Nets miss again.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Irving kicks to Shea. Allen right side. Back to Shea. And he drops in the layup off the glass. He's got 6.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
Westbrook surveying the D. Harden the pass to Capella. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Shea outside. LeVert in the corner. 5 to shoot. Shoots from the right block. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That's on Clint Capella.
Well, we all know Che's a tricky cover. He can beat you and draw contact in so many different ways.
First free throw is good. Chris, this is a specialty of yours. Which current bigs are best at finishing contested shots right at the rim?
Oh, well, I'll tell you this. The best big in the league last year, averaging 17 points, scoring in the paint, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Yes.
I mean, he'll dunk on anybody. Move out the way. He finishes. What about Embiid inside? What about Gobert? What about Boogie Cousins? Should I continue? I can keep going because the big man is back, baby.
Slides through for his 7th basket in 11 tries.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Irving kicks to Shea. And a chance now to look at the schedule for Houston. On Sunday, they'll face off against Jimmy Butler and the Miami Heat. And then on Monday, they'll be taking on Jonas Valanciunas and the Memphis Grizzlies. The Nets have made their free throws at a pretty good clip. They've hit 8 of 10.
And team stats last season, 74% shooting, so some numbers that they can definitely improve upon.
The first one falls.
And if anyone that feels like summer league doesn't matter, Che is a shining example of why it does. It's part of how he got his shot in this league.
And here are the Rockets now. They defeated the Wizards in their last game.
And really showed their depth when they needed it most. On the road, having to manufacture points.
The bench did exactly what they needed to do. Without their production, who knows if they win that game?
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Well, Kevin, last season the G League tested out an expansion of the clear path rule. Now that expansion is making its way to the NBA. It should discourage those intentional fouls that slow up teams on the fast break. Fans wanted it, and analysts clamored for it. That will allow the amazing athletes in this league more opportunities to show what they can do with a fast break.
You're right, David. A welcome change. Thank you. Capella trying to free himself up. Yes, that goes in. And it's 6 points for James Harden.
Oh, that's a good way for Harden to keep the D off balance. Use the mid-range here.
Che outside. Rebounded by Tucker. Tucker's got 4 rebounds in this game. Lob pass to Capella. And the dunk by Capella.
Love the attitude of Westbrook. Continues to improve at running the offense and finding ways to create opportunities for his teammates.
It's Allen, top of the key. To the middle. Reverses. Rebounded by Tucker. Tucker's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Harden's shot is off. Nets trail by 15. The drive by Che. That's a good shot, and now he's 3 for 7.
Well, this is what you love about Che. He can rise and fire. I mean, he can also hurt you by putting the ball on the floor.
Outside Westbrook. And there's the pass to Harden. No good on the triple.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Che inside. It doesn't go for him. The Rockets go the other way with it. When this game is done, they'll be off to Miami to take on the Heat. They're in the midst of a 4-game road trip right now. That'll be game number 3. Harden outside. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Harden.
Yeah, let's check out some numbers here for James Harden. Last season, he played outstanding. First in scoring, second in steals, and he ranked in the top 10 in assists. An incredible knack for drawing defenders and finding the open man.
And his unmatchable instincts for scoring the basketball. That's what made him #1 last year. You can't stop him. And you can't even really contain him. Here's KD. Rockets with the rebound.
With the D playing soft off him, he might have been better off taking it to the hoop instead of settling for the jumper.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
Just off his game, forcing a few shots, not letting the game come to him naturally. It was a tough first quarter for him, but it's been a different story here in the second.
Now Westbrook. His last outing, 16 points for him. Here's Harden on the wing. That's good, and so Westbrook comes up with the assist. 9 points for James Harden.
Oh, and that catch and shoot, Jay, from Harden is unblockable, just quickly shooting off the pass.
Russell Westbrook has been leading the charge for Houston. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away. Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit. And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Well, you look at Houston with a big group substitution here. Tavo Cephalosha has checked in for P.J. Tucker. Daniel House comes in for Gerald Green. Eric Gordon, he's checked in for James Harden. And it's Austin Rivers in for Russell Westbrook. Passes to Capella. Harris on the double team. Gordon with it. He's picked up by Jordan. 6 on the shot clock. Lob pass to Capella. And the dunk by Capella.
There is the unselfishness that coaches love so much. Rivers doing a great job getting it to the open man.
And it's Dinwiddie with the ball. Bringing it up now for the Brooklyn Nets. They trail by 9 points. Caruch is out there with Jay. Then there's Hicks. Then there's Spencer Dinwiddie. And it's Jordan in at the pivot, manning the middle. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn.
One thing never changes in the NBA. Jordan will always be there among the top offensive rebounders in the league.
Pass to House. And as it goes out of bounds, Houston able to keep the ball. And here's Rivers. And Clint Capella is going to pick up a foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Nets trail by 7.
And what a journey it's been for Austin Rivers since being drafted 10th overall back in 2012. Looked like he might not have what it takes to be an NBA player early, but he persevered and is now an integral part of this group.
Dishes it to Gordon. Ball's not loose. Cephalosha has the open look. And that one hits back iron.
And if you ask me what percentage of the time he's making that shot, my answer would be in the single digits.
Yeah, that's not his spot. Plain and simple. Just trying to force something is rarely a good idea.
Jacks up a 3. Buries the long-range jumper. Cephalosha's got 5 now. And with Rivers, he's never given up on himself and continued to add to his game. Even, Greg, as he's gone from team to team.
You know, he's shown that he can function as either the point or off guard and still give great production from either spot. And as he grows older, you could see him being a top-level 6th man for the rest of his career.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And Rivers works hard when he's in the game. That's what you love about him. He's at his best when he's shooting the ball with confidence.
Well, last season, for sure, Greg, a bit of a journey for DeAndre Jordan as he went from the Mavericks to the Knicks before his free agency. Now he is a part of Brooklyn.
And both KD and Kyrie took pay cuts to get Jordan on board. Still a factor with his size and defense despite a lackluster year in 2019. Nets are hoping he can find his magic and be a force once again.
Chris, middle of last season, plenty of drama around the AD trade request. Davis wanting to leave New Orleans. Some say all publicity is good publicity. But Commissioner Silver clearly does not agree.
I don't agree either, and I think if you go back, the Lakers would say that's a self-inflicted wound. Some things are best left locker room. Let me tell you this. Every team tried to trade for AD except the team that didn't have him last year and maybe the Golden State Warriors. So everyone was out there. It just wasn't the rumors. And so, no, you never really like those rumors. They affect young players and they affect the player that may be being traded for. They affect the home fan base. They affect everyone. So you want to try to keep all of that in-house. Some things are better left unsaid.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half, sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
Shea outside. Unloads from 13. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. Rockets leading by 5. To the inside. Brooklyn with the rebound. Kuruc has got his 4th rebound in this one. Nets passing it around. Shea inside. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. Dinwiddie's got 4 assists in the game.
2 for 1, probably the way to go.
Yeah, G, I imagine that's what they're thinking. You have to maximize the possessions.
Here is House. Covered by Shea. And stolen by Shea. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. Knocks it loose. And so here is Houston. And Shea throws it down.
I'll tell you what, that was explosive. Shea saw a lane and didn't hesitate.
Pass to Tucker. Capella inside over Jordan. And Capella the bucket on the assist from Tucker. Tucker's got assist number 5 here tonight. And we just finished the 3rd quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Rockets ahead. They lead by 3. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of the 4th quarter. Next. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
This is how you quarterback an offense. He sees and anticipates what the defense is doing.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the 4th quarter could have even more action in store for us. And so in the game for the Rockets, Rivers and Gordon make the backcourt. Tucker and Capella are up front, and it's House in at the 3. From down low, shakes him, and Capella sends it back.
And the lead shot blocker in this game. Capella's athleticism and length allows him to stifle shooters.
And it's Rivers with the ball. He brings it up for Houston. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Lob pass to Capella.
My goodness. Save that one. I want to see that again.
Me too. Just absolutely beautiful. Dinwiddie kicks to Harris. Back to Dinwiddie. Oh, and here comes House all alone. And the shot is good. Now it's a 5-point Rocket lead.
When you put everything into your defense like Tucker does, good things happen. Like easy points off of a terrific steal.
Shea inside. Oh, good on that one. And for Houston, they're shooting at 51%. Really solid. And another 3 for Houston.
An effective combo guard. Rivers has a good sense for when to shoot and when to dish it.
Dinwiddie kicks to Murray. Shea inside. Nice touch on the shot from close range. Shea's got 24 points. Here's Rivers. The pass to House. Back to Rivers. Just 5 to shoot. Hope they get it back. No good that time. Shea drives in. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
And you love this with Shea, the ability to see the whole floor and find the open man.
Now a timeout called by Houston.
Well, Mike D'Antoni, he's a legendary coach in this game. He's found success at almost every stop he's coached at, only missing the title to cement his legacy.
So for the Rockets, Green comes in. Here is Harden to take the lead. Buries the triple.
It's winning time. Harden knows his job description.
So it's a narrow victory for the Rockets, pulling it out for the W. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost.
Accomplishment and crazy finish to take a road game like this and simply deflate an entire building.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Chris Webber, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. See you later.
Looking good out there. Hey, let me get a picture. Hey, high five. Come on. Good job, guys. Come on. Hey.
Really, at some point, you can go too far with these analytics. You're trying to tell me
Hey, good to see you.
Stay focused on your workout.
Bring it in, fellas. One game won't break our season, but let's not make losing a habit. Let's get after it hard today. We gotta do a better job of managing the game down the stretch. We need maximum concentration in those situations. All right, let's get set up and start practice.
ball.
Take that, baby.
Don't let him get it.
Get your head in the game.
Yeah, let's go. Let's do it. Come on, come on, come on. Yo, watch him. Get there, get there. Pick, pick. Yeah, boy. Just like that. Hey, he can ball, huh?
Screen coming!
I'm open right here. Yeah, let's go. Let's do it. And the foul. Hey, he's ball, huh? Again.
Good job. Let's move on to the next drill.
You got it. You got it. Come on, man.
Move it. Move it. All right, here we go.
Focus, focus! Yeah, let's go, let's do it! Oh yeah! I like it. Keep it up. Yeah! You can't guard me! Hey, he can ball, huh? You got it, you got it. Come on, man.
That's what we need right there. Nice work. All right, let's move on.
Get your mind right.
Man, I can't even watch this.
Good work in practice. Make sure you get some reps in before you do the gym.